bless you. God bless you, young king. Come on and do your thing.
Woo! Wow, thank you, Miss Corey J. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, so much, so much. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on one second. Let me stop the blur. I got a question for y'all. I'm excited. Y'all don't understand. See, I got introduced to Miss Corey J, who's a leader extraordinaire, and y'all gonna get to know who she is over here because I'm learning who she is over there. But you know, it doesn't take you long. When you meet somebody, you can just tell. They got a saying out there sometimes. Game recognized game, and I'm not saying she's running the game, but the understanding, the concept of that, leaders can recognize leaders. So you can just tell early on, right? Like, bam, she's polished, she got it, you know. And I'm just so happy to have you a part of my friendship now, network of people I get to know and get to learn from you and Sherelle, and, you know, and I really just truly admire your family to the utmost. I get to live Sherelle's life vicariously from Facebook when she travels around the world, first class and all that. You know, I feel like she's the fresh princess of Atlanta. You know what I mean? But maybe Bel Air. She came from Bel Air and moved to Atlanta. But that's what I feel like. So I get a chance to experience that. Thank you so much. And Takesha Carr.
Thank you, young king.
You laid it down. Thank you for holding it down for us. Woo! Takesha Carr and Stephen Short. I just gotta say this real quick because money. Y'all don't understand. Like sometimes people make excuses, but you know, you passed your test after coming from a stroke, losing 80% of your memory, and the doctors tell you don't even try to learn, save your brain power, and you say no, I'm going to do this, and you went on and passed and got licensed. Then after you had that, you had to fight the commission board for 2 years. Some people don't know that you had to fight the commission board for 2 years for some things from the past 30 years ago, and you had to fight, and it was not easy because you're talking about getting things 30 years old and things. There's some things was good and some things not true, and you had to go find that and fight for yourself to be here. So now to finally get approved, ooh,
I know,
man,
right?
man, I was always every time he would call me, I was like, "Is this the call?" But I wouldn't say it to him because I'm like, you know, you don't want to. There's a book that what's his name? Collins. Oh my goodness, he wrote Not Good to Great is another book. Oh goodness, I read the book. It's going to come to me. And Jim Collins, I think his name is, but he talked about being in a camp. He said, how do people sustain, right? And the people who sustain being a prisoner of war, he was like the highest ranking prisoner of war. And they asked him, how did he sustain, how did he make it through? And he said the people who didn't make it through, they was like, oh, I'm getting out I'm getting out on Thanksgiving. Then Thanksgiving come, they didn't come. Oh, I'm getting out for Christmas. Christmas come, they didn't come. And over time, they start to their hopes start to diminish because they kept saying it's going to be here, it's going to be here. And he said the people who survived, they had the mindset that one day it wasn't going to be this day, it was going to be one day. And he developed that mindset that one day you just got to keep going. One day you just got to keep going, knowing one day they're going to get free. And, you know, so I didn't want to say, oh, is this the call? And I was feeling it every time you call me. Is this the call? And sometimes, you know, I'm not like, but I just knew one day, as long as you can stay in the car. I mean, Jock came with a stand, like, can we keep people in the car one more day? We should say one more month, one more week. But we try to say, can we keep people in the car one more week? If we can just keep them in the car one more week, we know it's going to be a breakthrough sooner or later, right? We're all going to get there. But can you stay in one more week? So, Money, just congratulations to you. And Uncle Jock, woo! I just got to share something with y'all. Y'all don't realize, like, I was just looking at this, and I won't run a clip. I just want to just share something real quick here. DJ, if you can work with me. This right here, if y'all can see my screen, well, I don't need to highlight it. This is our Millionaire Bootcamp call. And this call right here, we highlighted Dr. Mary Robinson. She wasn't Dr. Mary Robinson back then. She was just Mary Robinson. But 11/19/2013, this was like, you know, December. This was a call, but look at that date, 2000.
So with that said, I'd like to ask you a closing question.
This was actually, wow, this is when I interviewed my father we did a special call. And we used to put these clips up. But we've been doing this daily call every day. And Jock, you've been doing a daily call every day, pouring into people. You know, it says join us every day live, 8:30 a.m. And this one we used to do the playback. We didn't have the Zoom back then.
Eric, you probably don't remember. We used to do 6 days a week at first.
Yeah, and Jock was like, man, Jock was he's a performer, producer. It was me, Levi, James Brown, and Jock Vaughn. Before it was Uncle Jock, but he was Uncle Jock to Isaiah and Erica. But that's what you did. And this calls for everyone who wants desire to be, do, and have more. Be, have, and do more. That was the thing. And welcome to me. Our mission to create 100 millionaires. That was our mission back there in 2011, 13, 12, and every day. So I just want to shout out you, Jock, because this is not something that you've done. This is like every day for 13 years. Who can do this every day? No pay. Block out the morning time, the most valuable time as entrepreneurs we know. And when you do this, you got to block out this time because you can't be here and do this. You got to set aside a time every day to make sure that you're pouring into other people just so they can have something and be available to provide and progress their life. Mr. Holston, Derek, talk to us, sir.
Hey, real quick, Eric, something that you had talked about before. People sometimes they're looking to go, well, Eric, you're lucky and Jock is your best friend, so therefore you gave him special privileges and what have you. But you just showed it, man. Jock been putting in the work right behind the scenes. And while it was not necessarily an experience, the point is he's been putting in the work consistently. So sometimes people know this, see the glory, but they don't know the story. So this was a beautiful thing that you shared about Jock, because I remember those days they had to play back, and I jumped on a few of those calls. But the point is that he was doing the work and getting better and better. So what he's earned right now and where he's headed, he has earned it. So I just wanted to share that.
Thank you, Derek. That's
Both
big,
have.
that's big because sometimes people think that's just your best friend. And so now here's my time being the best friend to get a chance to roast Jock a little bit. So I want to say Jock has in my marriage, some of y'all say Eric, he's a man of one wife. Jock has a lot to do with that, right? One, he introduced me to my wife unofficially, but officially, unofficially, because he was like, Eric, when I turn around, I remember we was looking at the job board. You remember around, we were looking for jobs in the student union. He said, when I turn around, here comes your girl. When I count to 3, turn around. He said, 3, 2, 1. Now I turned around and she was walking by. That was Dr. Mary. She was just student married at that time. I turned around, she was there. So Jock was the one who saw her walking down the hall and said, Eric, this is the one for you. Now, that was the beginning part. But what sustained my life for 30 years, Jock, you don't realize you were a big part of that. Because I was still young. I was just freshly out of college, not really officially out of college just yet. Still was, I had walked across stage. They gave me some papers, but I still had some credits left to do. And I hadn't done them yet. So I really wasn't an official college graduate, but I felt like I was. But anyway, I was a young guy and she was a young girl, right? We met when she was like 19 and I was 25. So I'm a little bit older than her. And so my mind's all over. I was a former musician and traveling and different things and, didn't have a job and unemployed, hustling, trying to making money, doing things maybe I should have done and shouldn't have done. But here's the deal. How did I sustain for 30 years? It was because of you, Jock. It was because of you. Because I didn't know a right path. Now, my father laid a good foundation, but y'all know how it is when you got kids. Sometimes the kids don't listen to you, right? And so my father, I came from a good foundation, but it still wasn't clear. But Uncle Jock made it so clear how to sustain my marriage for the first part of at least 20 years, I'll say. Y'all want to know the secret?
What's the secret?
Whatever Jock's doing, do the opposite. Mary was like, if Jock's going to be there, don't go there. So I learned quick. If Jock's going that way, you better go that way. That was the secret. I was like, so hold on. Wait, oh, that's what Jock's. Oh no, you can't go there, Eric. Oh no, you can't do that. Oh no. So that was my secret.
So Eric, you're saying that when Jack said, hold on, we shouldn't say that to our team members?
No, that was the old Jock. I said for the first 10 to 15 years, that was the old Jock. So I've been married 30 years now. For the first 10, 15 years, it was like, oh, that was the path. But then she's changed. The newer Jock, we became business partners, right? And we was always good friends and things, but it was like, oh, nope.
So let me translate a little bit because Eric's not painting a vivid picture. So I wasn't the best influence on a best friend because I was out in the streets. I was running the streets. I thought I was a player from the Himalayas, and I used to always be like, Eric, you want to ride with me somewhere? Eric would be like, yeah, I'll go. And then about 20 minutes later, he'd be like, that was after he talked to Mary. No, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just stay in the house tonight. I'm gonna just stay in. I was like, okay. But that was the old job. That was the young and restless job.
That was the older Jock. And then came the married 3.0 Jock, and it started to evolve. Jock started saying, hey, Eric, what the married people, what the married couples who stay together do? Man, Jock, let me show you a little bit of thing here. And so he started to change and adapt, right? And so now it's like I can partner with Jock. So Jock and Mary, Jock like, man, Mary don't like me. Like, oh, she like you? No, she don't. So, so he was like, so he helped me guide what not to do. So that, but now it's changed, you know. And somebody talked about like a lot of things y'all don't realize. I think I heard Derek say, you know, hey, put the tamarind. I'm glad you put the tamarines down. Y'all don't realize, like Jock doesn't say it. He is still today. That Trouble Funk was like a couple of months ago. The first one, he is still today a professional musician. So one of the things I admire about you, Jock, you're able to compartmentalize. Like you do a lot, but you can when you're here, you're locked in, you know. And I think that may become being a musician. Like when you're in the song, you're in the song. You know what I mean? When you're off stage, you're off stage. When you're on stage, you're on stage. So when you're here, you're not talking about there. You're not talking about that. When you're on, if you just ever been on the call with Jock, he's like in the call with you, right? He's not all over the place. And then sometimes when I drift, he can tell. He's like, Eric, what you doing? You writing? You texting? I'm like, no, I ain't writing, texting. I'm like, dang, Eric, you're lying. Like, how do you know? He's like, your tempo used to stop. Like he hears tempo. He's like, you just stop. I'm like, I just paused for a second. Like I literally just responded to a text. I did not stop that long enough for you to know that I stopped. But he hears the tempo. He's like, he's locked in, right? And so you have a great ability to do that. But I want to say, like you're currently a world traveling musician as we speak. You know, sometimes you're out of the state. You go in different places. Sometimes you may be playing out of the country, and people don't realize, like, hold on. Yeah, no, he's getting on this call, boom, boom, boom. He's here, he's there. You feel like you're here with him when he's with them, but he still has a lot of things to do, right? You know, you're still a father, you're still a husband, you know, you're still a son, you know, and say shout out to little Jock and your mom if they with you, you know. So those are the things that when you're with you fail to realize you still are all these other pieces. You're still a musician, right? You're still a promoter, you're still managing band managing, you know, you still do a lot of things, as well as mentor and coach a lot of people outside of this. So that's a really big piece. And I just want to give you your shout outs for being able to do that. You know, at the same time, Doc. So I just watching you change and watching you evolve. It's really a big thing. And that's Takesha going back, how he's realized that, hey, he probably just felt the tempo for some reason. Takesha's already, he's pretty good at that, right? Felt the tempo. So let me give her a call. Right. And sometimes it's warranted and sometimes it's not one. Sometimes you're like, oh man, here we go. But you're really, I watched you progress and you learn from a lot of great people that now you're one of those people. And Nicole said something, you know, Nicole, that was, you're right. At the conference, right? You're like, man, it's Uncle Jock, come on, hold, wait, hold on, man, hold on. Let's rewind the iPad. Slow this down. We got to unpack this. And you listen to like, man, hold on, slow down, man. I was at the conference too. I was like, hold on, slow, we got to unpack this. You just said some powerful stuff. We got to unpack this, slow down. But the speaker's on to the next topic. Like, dang, all right, did anybody get that? All right, I got to wait for the videotape, right? Well, hopefully they put the videotape out, right? So I can watch the recording. But you have that ability. So I just want to say thank you, Jock, for that.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah. So now y'all ready for the moment y'all have been waiting for?
Ready.
Hold on.
We're
Let me
ready.
fake like I got my notes. I'm not even gonna fake like I got my notes. I ain't got the notes today, but I knew we was gonna talk about. I wanted because I did. Hold on, stop. Let me. Don't be. I got it right here. I wrote it down and circled it. That's right. They say your worst pen is better than your best memory. So write things down. Your worst pen is better than your best memory. So write things down. Wanted to talk about this promotion, Derek. We said we was going to pick up on the promotion, how to promote events, right? You know, Jock talked about the soft promotion, right? She comes from the entertainment world. That's soft promotions, getting promoters. So one of the things you want to do, get a handful of people. He's talking about when you go into like the bigger promoters, they go out and get some of the other promoters, some of the local promoters. They that's what they do. Like when you look at a concerts and events, they would go in and start talking to the local people. Back then it was the record stores, right? Remember we had record stores. The big promoter, they would go to the local record stores, go to local radio stations, right? They start doing tours. Even movies, when they come out of a movie, you start seeing Kevin Hart is on different shows, doing different podcasts and doing different things, right? He's promoting his movie coming out. Are y'all with me? So he's going out and tapping into local audiences. So what does that mean for me? So if I'm somebody like, and since Derek, you asked that question earlier, so if I'm somebody, what would I do? I would go reach out to a couple of people on my team. Who can I talk to? Okay, I got you. Hey, I need you to help. We're doing this. It's not like, do you want to? Who wants to do this? Okay, we're doing this. So then this is what we got to do to make sure we have that. Okay, because see, a lot of times when people start, they start thinking with the I mentality. And Jock, you helped me out a lot of things. Like, Eric, it ain't just you, brother. We got a whole team. You got the ED. What if your ED? This ED be responsible for this ticket. Because that's how they doing the bit. This ED responsible for 10 tickets. This ED can do 20. This ED can do 20. You got 9 EDs who can do 20. That's 9 times 20. That's 180 right there. Bam. And everybody just responsible for 20 tickets. And then he'll go, well, I know I'm going to do more than 20. I'm going to double down 40. So I'm gonna do 40. If everybody do 20, I'm gonna do 40. So that's how we're gonna get there. And then everybody's got to be responsible for their small piece. So when you start looking at it and you say, hey, if I got a 10-pack and I got 2 people on my team, that means each of y'all got to do how many tickets? 5. Can you find 5 people in the next 3 months? Right? And Jock gave the formula, 60% should be already in the business. That means I got to go out there, and we doing our 3x5. We got 2 months, 3x5. That's 6 people right there. Now, I know, Eric, they might be in different cities. They might be in different places. Okay, so maybe 3 of them are here. Are y'all with me? So I can start with that. And then those people invite people, right? Because now I do my 3x5, that's 6 people. If they got some people, they can invite people, either in the business, not in the business. Bam, I got 10 right there. See, we got to start thinking that way. Raising the standards, raising the bar. Are y'all with me? So y'all heard Corey J came and said, I bought 2 10-packs. But hey, but I don't, not gonna put no limits on me. Are y'all
Hey, Eric,
yes, sir.
I just put it in the comment section too. You got to look at it. You got to look at an event like real estate, and we should be owning 80% of the real estate in that next level. I mean, that level up conference. Does that make sense? Meaning the seats, that's the real estate.
Yes. The seats are the real estate. And that's and Jock, I like how you put it that way, because that's how the promoters think. So we give you all the mindset of the promoters. See, we heard you build your business from event to event. Now people hear that, but sometimes we hear that and we don't realize we are just attending events. Like Xperts knows they got to do an event. And I'm fortunate. I love, because I came from a company in my network marketing career, starting out with 5 links. But I realized those guys had promoters. C. Anthony was a party promoter. Stan Richards a party promoter. Tupac. Some of their top leaders in that company were party promoters. So they could throw big events. They knew how to throw events before they got into network marketing.
Yep.
Network marketing was a way like, ooh. See, I'm giving y'all a tip. Remember we did the influencers. Why do you go get influencers? Because they know how to put people in seats. Are y'all with me?
Yep.
And they knew how to do events. And so that company, Filings, had a plan. I've been in a lot of the meetings, and what the plan was, the company is going to do a national convention twice a year. So every 6 months, the company's going to do some national convention someplace. Now, what they would do, every quarter, they would do what they call a regional event. So every 6 months, a national convention, every quarter, a regional event. And the region will be a couple of states get together. This region do that, this region do that, and they'll do regional events. And then once a month, your state would do like a Super Saturday. So we're going to do Super Saturday once a month. So what's the Super Saturday? On Saturday, we're going to get, now it still had the weekly meetings. So you had the weekly meetings, keeping everybody there every week in person. So this is what we're doing in person. Weekly meeting in person, Super Saturday, end of the month, or beginning of the month, Once a month, Super Saturday, then the regional event, then all the states come together. Now remember, they didn't have all 50 states popping, but that's what you would do. So in Atlanta, that's what they was doing. DC area, that's what we was doing. New York, that's what they would do. California, that's what they do. Dallas, they would do that. Houston, they would do that, right? But the promoters would look at it as real estate. How many people can I get? I got my people going to Houston. I got my people here, right? They was looking at this as real estate because when you do that event, I need to have people in the butts in the seats. And so we promoted, and everything led up to the big national convention, which we may have 5,000, 6,000. It all led to the big national convention. And guess what? After the national convention, you come back out, we were excited. We're going to do a Super Saturday. So everybody leaves the national convention. Then we got to do a Super Saturday. We're excited. We pumped up. It's all bringing new business. That's how you grow. And next thing you know, you look there, you got 100,000 agents, 100,000 reps. You know, we was on Darren's training last night, and Jamie came in. It's like, man. Darren asked me a question. He caught me off guard because I was in the middle of, I was traveling, I was checking out, and asked me a question. And then Jamie came in, it's like, I was on and I was asleep. Y'all put me to sleep. I'm like, how you gonna tell me I put you to sleep? Did the owner, CEO decide I put him to sleep? Now somebody talked to me. It could have been me or it could have been her. I don't know, but I took it like he's talking to me. I know I wasn't on my game. Because I'm like, I had stuff going on. I know I wasn't right on point. He said, yeah, put me to sleep. He said, man, there's another company just came in and they just put 20,000 people this year. They pay way less than we do and don't have it yet, but they just put 20,000 because of the excitement. But see, that guy, granted, that guy already had 20,000 people to start with. So he didn't start, he's not starting from zero, right? This guy had some name recognition and size, and he had a business already moving and grooving, right? Now, everybody didn't come with him, but he had that presence. But he's like, and then James said, I went to an event from another guy just came over from here, and to see the new energy, to see the excitement. See, he's like, these guys have been in the industry for 15, 20 years, but now they over here, they're excited. They got it. He said, it felt so good to be in a room, not with just excited people who are brand new, but excited people who've been in the industry for 20 years. He's like, you got people 20 years experience. They so excited about what we got here. And that's what I'm saying, y'all. You got to have that excitement. Are y'all with me? Like this got to be somebody's like, man, this is my third level up. It don't matter. You got to make this bigger. And I'm like through the roof excited. Are y'all with me? Like we got to be like, that's what it's. And I realized the CEO said, Eric, you put me to sleep. And to be honest with you, I was putting my own stuff to sleep. I was like, man, dang it, that's the same question. I'm putting myself to sleep. But I was like, no, I can't put myself to sleep. Are you putting your business agents, your partners to sleep? Are you saying this is so you got to be here? Are y'all with me? So here's the rule. Get a couple of people and say, this is what we're going to do. Who wants to do this with me? This is what I'm going to do. So start first. This is what I'm going to do. So I need y'all to type in the chat before I put y'all to sleep. Who's in? Who's like, I'm Eric, I'm getting my real estate and level up. I'm coming and I'm bringing my insurance license and grabbing real estate. I'm converting my insurance license to real estate. I'm going to own some real estate in DC or Baltimore. I'm going to own some real estate at this level up event. See, this is the one we can control. So why? Now, this is going to be placed in Atlanta. You got Corey J. She gets it. She said, I bought 2 20 packs, and she lives in Atlanta, and Xperts is going to be in Atlanta. She's like, I'm going to pack your land up, but then we're going to bring this over here. Why? Because this is where my team is. Are y'all with me? I'm coming to see you, Eric. I'm coming to meet, I'm coming to meet you, Uncle John. See, we got to have that excitement. Let's go. Get your tickets. The early bird ends on Monday. Get your tickets, ladies and gentlemen. Why I'm telling y'all to get your tickets. Go to 120 Agency Plan and get your tickets. Because when you take that leap and when you move fast, watch what happens. Everything follows. See, it's hard. A slow car is only going to, the pace cars in the racing, the pace car sets the tone, gets the cars around the track. He ain't going slow. Now, the pace car is not even in the race. His car can't even go as fast as the other cars. But he got to set the pace, get them to warm them up, to get them around the track. Are y'all with me? If they had a little small buggy pace car, they're like, man, come on, man. We can ready run. We can ready go 200, 300 miles per hour. and you got me warming up at 30, 40. Now that pace car driver got to be, he got to at least be doing 100. He got to at least warming, get my juices flowing because I need to be able to hit the gas and go. Are y'all with me? We are the pace car for your team. You might not have to be able to run as fast as your team. The pace car can't go as fast as those race drivers. But by golly, that pace car is doing something. Are y'all with me? So you got to be good enough as a promoter. Talk to me. Was somebody great share something?
Man, I went on a trip to Dubai. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes,
It's
sir.
Rodney.
Oh, hey, Rodney, I'm gonna wrap up. We're gonna come with a recap in a second, okay? So
Okay.
I want y'all to hear this. The pace car doesn't have to be as fast as the rest of the other drivers. Meaning your team may run faster than you, but you got to be good enough to at least make them feel like you are setting the pace. Are y'all hearing me? I got some people on my team who are far, far better than me. Corey J probably crushes me. But guess what? She says, Eric, at least you're running fast enough that I feel like you can set the pace. Oh, when you get out the way, I'm going to take off. But at least you're going fast enough that I feel like I can set the pace. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a feeling. That's a vibe. Are y'all with me? That's how you move. When something happens, do you go? Do you move? Or do you like, oh no, let me see. Got to figure it out. I'm not sure. See, those are things that had nothing to do with your skill level. I want y'all to catch this. That has nothing to do with your skill level. It's all about your mentality. When you set the pace of your business, it's not about your skills. It's not about your bank account. It's about your mentality. Jamie came on and said, Eric, you're putting me to sleep. He didn't say, Eric, you ain't making enough money. You ain't closing enough deals. You ain't doing this. He said, man, your pace is putting me to sleep. Are y'all catching that? Like, I'm running a multi-billion-dollar company. I know I'm going to outrun you. But your pace is putting me to sleep. You got to pick up the pace, bro, to make me feel better. Then the second time he came back on, I was like, hey, y'all, he ain't going to say that again to me because he left and he came back. So Darren, he came back on the second time. I said, hey, Darren, hold on, stop the press. Before we finish this training, when Jamie comes back on, y'all need to turn it up because one thing he will not say is Eric fell twice. And one thing he's not going to say at the level up, Eric, y'all fell twice. He talked trash about us last time, but he will not talk trash this time. Are y'all with me? How many of y'all are in? Y'all said I'm in? So with that being said, let's take it over for the recap. Mr. Troy Gandy, do you mind taking the relay?
All right. Thank you for passing it on to this recap relay and making sure that we get this thing started and we got hands up because that means everybody is ready to run. Everybody's ready to get in the race and everybody can keep up with the pace. And we want to also just make sure that we start off with, well, who better? The one that started it off this morning, this phenomenal woman, Miss Takesha Pit Stop Wheel Spinning Car. Go for it.
Pit stop wheel spinning hot dog. I love it. Great stuff, Eric, talking about setting the pace. And I was on that call last night when Jamie came on and was talking about putting him to sleep. And I really felt the same way. I was like, oh my God, it's already late. So definitely keeping up the pace and setting your goals high. Setting your goals high and being ready to run. But I didn't necessarily want to come on and do a recap, but I know we didn't get an opportunity to pass the ball this morning and talk about some good things. But I do not want to miss some new teammates that hopped on with us today. I see Tyrese, who is brand new. Today is day one for her. She did her AOA last night and she's on a call. So I want to definitely take an opportunity to welcome her to the team. And also to Tiffany Lamassus, who is a business partner of Rita, who is on the call for the very first time. And ladies, this is not our typical call. This is a special call today. So please come back again tomorrow. I hope you've enjoyed it today and definitely take some nuggets and be ready to come back and have a good time with us. Thank you, Troy. You can start with leg one.
I believe that was leg one. And we got some more that are out there because he thought you didn't have anything going on today with the pass the ball thing. But we all know we passed that ball, believe it or not. We're just talking about Jock because you can't talk about Jock without being able to say that you got to remind yourself to hold up, wait a minute, roll it back. Get back up and you know, and make sure that you keep it moving, keep it moving. When we just talk about Jacques himself, we got to talk about making sure that we remember in our business to compartmentalize some things, right? That was in the pass the ball segment. We know if we talking about Jacques, we got to remember to stay focused. We got to always engage. We got to always be promoting our business. You got to be able to mentor to your team constantly. Be there for them. Be consistent. You thought we didn't have a recap. Oh yeah, we got one. That's leg 2, and I see leg 3. That means somebody else, all just like these new ladies you just introduced, are always coming into the business. So we're always prospecting, always getting them in front of the opportunity, bringing them to the business, getting them fast started, quick start, yes, yes, all right, and then putting them in front of more leadership so that they stay engaged with the leadership, such as this man that we're about to bring up right now for this third leg, none other than him, the great man that knows 100% of the business himself, our great leader from another leader, Mr. LeCole Elijah Pye.
Thank you this morning. Thank you, Mr. Troy. You know, you're always doing a great job. And thank you, Mr. Erik, for this great information you shared this morning. You know, I know most people here are now focused on the Uncle Jack's birthday, the roasting and all the good things all the good qualities that he had, and how he's building his team and helping every one of us every day, catching the key points in every presentation and the discussion that we have here. But one key thing that Erik mentioned here, and I just want to talk about that a little bit because, you know, every event is the best opportunity for anyone to leverage to build your team and to build your business. Every single event, doesn't matter how small. You know, Swan in his System Builder book, he said, you build people, your business from event to event. That's how you build your business. Event is where people will see others doing what they thought they could not do. Event is where you see the challenges. Event is where the belief is reignited. Event is where the dream and the passion, you know, the goal and the why you did this, why you came into this business, that's where you see it renew once again, right? You know, event is where you keep what the Bible called the joy of your salvation is renewed, right? That's where that happened. You know, Jeff Bezos, when he was interviewed and was asked, how did Amazon continue to grow and stay the same? He said, keep that first day excitement. That is where it's event like this, that where excitement comes, right? You see people who will challenge each other. Let me tell you, my first event that I went to was a convention. Until I think I've shared it before, sorry for the time, but it was in Las Vegas. And there was a lady that came on the stage and he said, if you think my English is bad and you think that my accent, you can't hear me, I mean, wait until you hear this lady. But one thing that spoke volume that day was when they put his income on the screen. And she said, where would somebody like me would be able to make this amount of income and retire the way I retire? If I wasn't in that event, I wouldn't have seen that or heard that from her. And that touched me. So let's take advantage of this event that is coming up, because this is the place that the person that you're afraid to talk to and you don't know what to tell, invite them here. Somebody will do the job for you. So thank you, and back to you, Mr. Troy.
All right. See there? You hear what I'm saying? There's always somebody ready to take a leg, take that baton and run with it. And you never know who's going to be passing you the baton, no matter how little or small it may be. All you got to do is get it and give them something to run with, and they'll take off every time. Because we're in the business of helping people level up. And like I said, with Brother Jock, all you got to do is just follow his lead. Follow his lead, and be a person to build your team. But when you bring them on and you get them moving and they reach the littlest level of success, show the gratitude. Give them the gratitude. Like Uncle Jock just always chimes in and says, thank you. After each and every one, he says, thank you. How small is it? And how big is it? All in the same 2 words. Thank you. And with that, he's always, like you said, going on further from there, leading into being that promoter himself, keeping folks engaged in weekly meetings. Looking forward to those monthly Super Saturdays as you build your team, prepare yourself, equip yourself, get ready. Those quarterly meetings, the regional meetings, and then the national meetings every 6 months. All right. With that being said, we're going to pass it on to the one that will bring it home. Now, trust me, everybody that thought there was no pass the ball and no relay runners on the track because there was nothing going on, trust me, this one right here is going to let you know everything you missed and bring it back home. She crosses the finish line like no other, always headed toward that checkered flag. None other than downtown Rita Brown.
Troy, I want to give it back to you. Thank you. You've already did a whole lot of recap. I mean, you did way better than what I did this morning. I thought it was official holiday. That's what it said. But I did take a few notes. Okay. But honestly, happy birthday, Jock. You know I love you. I love you and Meredith. And I'm give you your flowers while you're alive. Happy birthday and many, many more. All right.
Thank you, Rita.
Like I said, it is an official holiday today, so I'm going to be short. And I got leaders recognize leaders. And I want to say a special congratulations to Stephen for staying in the car and getting his license straightened out. The people that survive have the mindset of one more day. Some people see the glory, but don't know the story. Your worst pen is better than your best memory. Self-promotion. What is a self-promotion? Tapping into your team, getting your team to commit to going to the convention. Don't start with the I mentality. Look at it like real estate. We want to occupy 80% of the real estate, which is 80% of the seats. You build your business from event to event. We got to have that excitement about this Level Up conference. Are you putting your business partners to sleep? I am owning real estate at the Level Up event. Take the leap. Get your tickets. We are the pace car for our team. The pace car doesn't have to be fast as the others. Just set the pace. It's not about your skills. It's not about your bank account. It's about your mentality. That's it. That's all. Happy birthday, Jock.
All right.
Thanks, Rita.
We got it. So with that being said, we want to say thank each and every one of you for tuning in this morning for this very special holiday of Uncle Jacques Day. Uncle Jacques Day. And we want to say again, Uncle Jacques, we just appreciate you so much, man. We can't say enough about you. Words and never express all that you do for us and all that we are grateful for you for doing. And how you've been able to maintain all that for all these years is unbelievable in itself. But we love you, man, and we wish you many, many more blessings upon you, your wife, and all that are connected. You have a new, what we say, we've got an Xperts celebrity on the team, and our very own Xperts celebrity. You've just found a whole new group of groupies. And with that being said, I'll pass it back to none other than the #1 first certified executive director per the corporation, the man with a very lonely man without the Dr. Mary, her Uncle Jacques, and the man that always comes with the leadership nuggets. They call him the mindset leader now. Mr. Wisdom himself, the six-figure ring earner, to give their last and meeting moments and nuggets for the day. The man with the nugget bucket, none other than Erik Robinson.
Well, Troy, thank you for that amazing introduction and giving it back. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a quick announcement. It's a quick announcement. Today's team office hours. Office hours today's Wednesday. Office hours, we have it from 12 until probably 12 until 1. I think we're going to keep it 12 to 1 today. We're going to do our best 12 to 1. Make sure you tune to office hours 12 to 1. That's xperialife.com to office hours. For those who want to be in person, we're in Atlanta, Maryland. We're going to be in person office hours. Got something for y'all today. You really want to be at the office today. Today's office hours, you really want to be there today. I think yesterday we had amazing office hours yesterday, but you really want to be there today. Also, coaches meeting. Invite your team. We're going to have F&G is going to be doing a training, and I got something we're going to roll out, but F&G is going to be doing a training at 5 o'clock. So coaches, tell your people to come on. They can come into you can invite everybody today, 5 o'clock to the coaches meeting, xperialife.com, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. F&G is going to be doing a special training for our organization, talking about this new indices they got. They got some BlackRock, some things that they're going to talk about and show us where the money is. So please tune in today, 5 p.m. Tell your team, get there. And then tonight, Derek put it up. The BTO. Oh yeah, branding, timing, ownership. Invite. We got to get to 100. We've been getting like 60, 70, 80. We got 88, 91 one time. We got to get to 100, y'all. Let's do everything possible. Let's crank this up. I need y'all to go ahead and take a deep breath. And go for energy. I'm telling y'all, if you get about 5 to 10 people there, I don't care, current business partners, new agents, if you get it, watch what happens to the energy. It's gonna grow. I'm telling y'all, this is the key. You got to pack this out. I know some of y'all are growing, but we got to get some of the new people. Hey, y'all, get in there. Some of the people who just joined the business. Make sure they come out tonight, right? See, sometimes what I see 10 new people join, but then the 10 new, none of them are on the BTO. So it's like, hey, yeah, no, I'm telling y'all, you got to get them to it. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be bigly, as Trump would say. It's going to be amazing. Are y'all with me? It's going to be that thing and more. It's going to be all that and a bag of chips and some green drink. Yes, it's going to be on fire. I'm telling you, it's going to be absolutely fire because we don't need no water. We're going to let that thing burn. Woo, that's right. They're going to leave out there. They might get them insured first. When they're going to be so excited, their blood pressure is going to be so high, they might not be insured. But after we finish, it's going to be like that. It's going to be over the top. Yes. Yeah, and I got a special guest for y'all tonight. Tonight, there's a special guest. I'm telling you, you don't have your people that you're going to like, oh my goodness, Erik, you didn't tell me this was going to be. If I would have known they was going to be there, I would have had everybody there. It's going to be one of those moments. I can't tell you, but I'm telling you. Are y'all with me? Are y'all reading between the lines? Right? Okay? Read between the lines. I'm saying do your best. We're going to make this 100 people packed. It's going to be like that. So, and then to rewind to Alpine, I was telling you about the book. It was Good to Great, and that's what threw me off. It was Good to Great, and it's called the Stockdale. They call it the Stockdale paradox. And it's about Admiral Stockdale. It was Admiral James Stockdale, who was the highest ranking POW, prisoner of war, and it was based off of Admiral Stockdale. And the Stockdale paradox talks about having the unwavering faith. Right? And he was the highest ranking POW in the Vietnam War, talks about having the unwavering faith. And he talks about those who didn't survive because they thought one day, this day, they didn't think one day, they thought it was going to be this day. And it's that paradox of saying, having the unwavering faith of one day. And he eventually got out. It's the unwavering faith of one day. And so you don't keep, yeah, it's going to be a millionaire tomorrow. And then you lose. And every time you lose, you drop. You know, somebody told me a good thing in relationship, and that's the talk about expectation. We're going to get out of here, y'all. But they said, Erik, every time you make your wife cry, you lose a little notch. You keep hurting her feelings, you're gonna lose a little notch. After a while, she doesn't love you the same. She loves you, but it's not the same. You just lose some. So I always try to make sure that I don't never put her in a position that she has to cry about anything. Are y'all with me? Like, I want to keep her happy. I don't want to lose those notches. Right? So when you get that new people, you want to keep the expectation. That's why we got the 128C plan. Because we know 128, we give them time. Are y'all with me? It's not get rich today. We tell you it's going to take you 4 months to get launched. And somebody's like, I need the money right now. Well, you tell them you got to get the money next week. They're going to come, they don't get the next week, they're going to quit. You got to keep them excited. How long can you keep them excited? How do you keep them excited? Get them to the BTO tonight. I'm telling you, they come to the BTO tonight. Watch what happens to your business over time. You know, and I just want to close with this. Me and Jock, we say he's Eric, we do our quarterly review. And in our quarterly review yesterday, the numbers we talked about was 2026. I said, Jock, if we do this month, what we do now, the next 4 months, and doing this pre-launch, and then what we do in 2000, this pre-launch, what you do in this pre-launch, Jock, is going to establish your 2026 income. These next 4 months of this year, and I put all the numbers together. The next 4 months of this year, and we're going to show you what your 2026 income is going to look like. Not next year's income, the year after next year. But these 4 months are going to set up the 2026. Why? Because I want him to focus. What is his 2026 going to look like? If he focuses on what next week's going to look like, next week's paycheck, it can go up, it can go down. If he focuses on 2025, it can be a roller coaster. But if he does everything now, his 2026 is going to go up like a rocket ship. Are y'all with me? That's going to be the predictability over time. So with that being said, tune in to the today, 12 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 7 o'clock. Go make some money in between that time. Love y'all.
All right.
Have a great
Peace
day.
of the Lord.